Great morning, you guys. Come on in. Come on in. You guys are live over on IG and Facebook and YouTube. So make sure you guys let me know if you can hear me clearly. Okay, we're back. Hey, Jackie. Yeah, I felt like it was breaking up. It keeps pausing. So y'all just kind of bear with me. I'm not going to be on a long time, but just kind of bear with me. Hey, Quita, how you doing? Beautiful. Good to see you. All right, so let me just talk to you guys for a minute. The title of this drive-by is Water is Required. Water is required. Y'all know normally I would do my shot, before I got started, but I already took a shot because I've been driving, okay, since the early hours of the morning. So I already took my shot. I love you so much, Quita. All right. Thank you so much, Jackie. Thank you. I appreciate it. So listen, water is required. I told you guys that May is the month of grace for growth, greatness, and green. Grace for growth, greatness, and green. Okay, green being money. Hey, Christina. Hey, Jason. Thank you for joining me on IG. All right. So check this out. Water is required. Hey, Keith, man of God, how you doing? Water is required. What does that mean? Listen, I don't care what kind of plant you have. You can have a cactus, okay? It's still going to need some water. Hey, April, great morning. It's still going to need some water. It won't need as much water, but it's still going to need some water. I need you to know that water is required for your dreams. Water is required for your purpose. Water is required for your destiny. Water is required. You got to have some water. You got to water it. You got to water your relationships. You got to water your business. You got to water your mind and your mindset. You got to water it. What does water do? Well, anything that's planted. Hold on. Anything that is planted is going to need some water because water is what helps the plant to grow. It needs the moisture. It needs the moisture. It needs the moisture. So it's what begins to allow the outer casing of the seed to be broken open. It softens it up so that what's on the inside can come out. We need to be watered. We need to be watered. You got to have people in your life that water you. Those are people who provide that moisture for the outer shell to break, for what's inside of you to come forth and come forward. You need water. Sometimes our water comes from tears, whether they're tears of sadness or they're tears of joy. Tears, cleansing tears, joyful tears, whatever kind of tears you have to shed, that water is necessary in order to break open the outer casing of the seed that's inside of you. Good morning, Daddy. I'm going to call you. So, water's required. It's water. Rain is water. I know a lot of times we get upset, especially in Florida, because y'all know one thing it's going to do in Florida is it's going to rain, okay? Rain is required. Rain provides cleansing. It provides that necessary moisture for growth. Rain also is symbolic of abundance. You want abundance without rain. How that work? It doesn't work. You want cleansing without rain. How that work? You want cleansing with no water? That's like taking a dry bath. That's like taking a dry bath. And even if you're taking a sponge bath, you need water. Even if it is a bath with the antibacterial, the big white cloths, they're moist. There's water in there, okay? Water is required. It's required. It is necessary. So, if water is required and we're not growing, we're not developing, the outer casing is not breaking. So I'm going to tell you what will get in the way of the outer casing breaking in our lives. Pride. Pride will prevent the outer casing from breaking. Pride will prevent the seed from being able to really come forth. Pride, arrogance, a haughty spirit, right? Those things will interfere with the breaking open. Why? Because when those things are present, we're determined to just be hard. We're just determined to be hard. I want y'all to hear me. I'm not immune to it. Because, baby, let me tell you something. When it comes to that outer casing and the hardness of that outer casing, baby, you used to not be able to crack that thing at all. It has only been with God, with his love, his grace, his mercy, shedding tears, getting rained on, that I have been able to allow those processes to take place and allow the casing, the outer shell, to break. We can't expect growth, greatness, or green without allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, without allowing there to be rain, there to be tears, without those things that soften that exterior shell, we can't get to the growth, can't get to the greatness, can't get to the green. And it's up to us. It's up to us to do what's necessary to experience that moisture required. Water is required. It's not optional. If you want to see growth, then you've got to be watered. Watering also includes being encouraged, being inspired, being loved on. Y'all, listen, we underestimate the power of love, the power of um, being loved, the power of um, knowing that someone's got you, that they've got your back, that they're going to be there for you. And it's not always easy. It's not always easy. It's not always fun. But in order for you to get everything that God has already graced you for this month, yeah, you gonna have to get wet. You're gonna have to shed some tears. You're gonna have to get rained on, and you're gonna have to go through the process. So let's go through the process, because water is required and growth is not optional. Like, it is a necessity. You can't get to the greatness and the green without the growth. It all goes together. So heal those wounded places, those broken places. Be honest with yourself, be honest with others, and most importantly, be honest with God about what you need. I have learned how to go to God and say, God, listen, you are going to have to do something, because I can't carry it. I can't do it. And he does. Even if what he does is not what I want, he does something. Today, make it a point of really seeking God. Really seeking God. And if it means that you got to shed some tears, shed some tears. If it means that you got to go outside and stand in the rain, go outside and stand in the rain. Don't be afraid of getting wet. Don't be afraid of a little water. It's required. It's necessary for your growth, for your greatness, and for your green. It's the only way you get there. All right, y'all, I'm going back deep into, so I know that it may cut out, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close out. But I did want to make sure that I got on and shared that with you. Remember, water is required. It's not optional. Have an amazing, incredible, and blessed day. I love you guys to life, and life more abundant. Be great.